And hello everybody, welcome back to another morning with the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. Sorry that there's no intro song. We're trying this week to see if it makes any difference to not be singing my good morning, because that's music from a musical, and beginning the stream with copyrighted music, even if I'm singing it, may have an impact on the ads. So we're going to try to not do it. For those of you who are new, welcome, good morning. We get together every morning here at the Last Minute Laura Morning Show to have some tea and spend some time with each other and chat, do yarn things. Sometimes the conversations get weird and that's cool, but you know, the things. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Lori. I made it. Let me just see who's in the chat this morning so I can say good morning. Hi, Frida. Good morning. Good morning, Maddie. And Dina, good morning as well. Nancy, hello. Good morning. And Jenna, good morning. Dina, you should try sushi. Ooh, I agree. Sushi is delicious. And yes, we've got some coyote stories coming. What? Jenna, you don't like sushi? You neither, Nancy? You guys are missing out. Sushi is where it's at. Some people don't like sushi, but people are different. I mean, I like sushi. I could eat sushi every day.
Like sushi.
I would like sushi too. Maddie had sushi today.
No, I said I didn't like fish or sushi, and I learned to like it.
Oh, you didn't?
Not before you.
Oh. I opened your eyes?
Basically.
Have any of you guys knitted a sweater before? No, I have not. I have no interest in sushi. Jeez Louise, you guys are missing out. Sushi is amazing. Maddie, you and I can go out for sushi. Is the yarn done? Yes, it is, Lori, and I'm going to show you in just a minute. I have to go and shower because it's 8 p.m. Sounds good. Good morning, Whisper. Hi, Barb. Nice to see you this afternoon for you. Morning for me. And Nathan, good morning as well. Alcy, hi, good morning. AJ, I didn't see AJ yet. Am I in live? I'm in live chat. Good morning, AJ. I don't see your good morning, but Dina said good morning, so I know that you're here. For those of you that are new, I hope that you'll subscribe because we're together every morning and every afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern and from 8 till 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Show. Oh, I will. Just give me 1 second. And also, for those of you who aren't new, hit the like button. It helps the channel, and I would really appreciate it. And if you're feeling extra sassy and you like to support channels in a monetary way, I have a Patreon. The link is down below. Definitely check it out if that's your thing. If it's not, then don't worry about it. Good morning, Stacy. Nice to see you this morning. Okay, so let me grab the new yarn. Lori's Avocado Pink is what we're calling that. Let me just grab some yarn to show you comparison colors as well, because I want to be able to show you how colorful it is, how saturated it is. Okay, so I've got 3 completely different colors here. Nathan, Alcy, Amber. Oh, good morning, Amber. I didn't see you either. What is going on? Why can't I see all the text? I'm in live chat. Oh. Anywho, good morning. Okay, so here's previously dyed yarn. We've got goldenrod, grapes, and black walnut. And now, avocado. Ready for this? Look it! See, it's like for sure pink in comparison to these other colors. Look how pink it came out! I mean, it's like a dusty rose. It's not quite as pink as like... I mean, it's still pretty pink when compared... Oh, totally. When you see it with these other colors, it looks so much pinker than it did yesterday, don't you think? Yesterday on the live, it did not give as much of a pink vibe. I feel like it's very pink and totally... Oh, these ones are lovely. Thank you, Amber. But yeah, with the other rainbow, you can definitely tell that that's a pink. Wow, look how pretty that looks with the blue and the yellow. So this is avocado, and also, oh my gosh, I must tell you, it's so soft compared to Briggs and Little after it's dyed. It's soft, it's squishy, and it's soft. Still has a bit of a funky smell right now. It's not like it was when it was wet. And I don't know if that's a nitpicks thing or if that's a avocado thing. It's not unpleasant, it's just a little funky. And there's some striation in here, like it's not all one pink. if you see, there's like some more brownish here, and then there's like a pink, like there's darker pink going on in it. But it's pretty. I really like it. It came out really nice. It is like mildly pink when compared to Lori. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. That's what's important because it's for you. Also, Maddie, your begonia, I watered it so it didn't die, and now it's all upright. It's fine again. This is not the pot it came in, obviously, because it says fairy plant, and this is not a fairy plant. What are you doing? Why are you damaged? Well, a good thing that I can just propagate you. Just a sec, I need to pull this leaf off and put it into my water propagation. I'll be right back. Oh, also, I have a tadpole to show you guys. I don't know if you can hear me from here, but I'm going to grab you the tadpole that I kept behind. After cleaning out the aquarium, I kept a couple of the tadpoles so I could show you how they're looking. Here is what's left of the aquarium. Sorry if you can't really see because of the reflection. I don't know how to angle that well. Maybe like that. I feel like there's shine no matter what we do, but you can see them. Those are the tadpoles. Aren't they cute? It's weird how there's multiple sizes, but it's fine. There's one. So there's my little tadpole square. There's quite a few in there actually. I didn't realize I got so many. But yeah, so the aquarium is now no longer existing, but there is this little cube with a few tadpoles left in it. And when they get a little bit bigger, I'll let them go as well. I just enjoy them, so I'm gonna have fun. What kind of yarn is that? Wool? Yes, Stacy, it's wool. I like the avocado. Me too, Amber, I like it too. And Dina, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it too. It's wool, yes, it's Knit Picks wool, merino. It said merino style. I don't know, is merino a style? I thought merino was like a specific kind of wool. But anyway, it's soft. It's way softer than Briggs & Little. No shade to Briggs & Little because I use it. But wow, I want to make a sweater out of this wool because way cozier feeling. Like that would feel like a cozy sweater. So, Lori, I hope that you'll love it when you get it. And also, I'm very excited. I already have another skein soaking in, oh hey, Scrappy, good morning. Merino is a sheep. Then why is it called merino style? Does that mean it's not from the sheep, it's just in the style? DK weight wool, Stacy. Oh, thank you, Whisper. But yeah, I have another skein soaking right now, and I'm going to do some food coloring dye, I think, today. Either today or tomorrow. I do have the wool soaking, so it's ready for me. So today. But I'm pretending like maybe it'll be... maybe I'll put it off. Also, I got some rows done on this triangle shawl, so we're getting closer and closer to me being done, the actual shawl. I didn't upload the PDF because Alex and I spent the whole evening outside last night. That's the truth. Probably just a name they gave it. Style is for the way it's spun. Okay, so it's not merino then. It's really soft though. I mean, it's definitely softer than the wool that I have had previously. Probably just the name they gave it. Well, either way, it's a nice soft wool. So, yeah, my begonia is alive, which is great. The avocado yarn is pink, which is great. CJ vomited on the carpet last night. Not great. But as you saw in the title, we had a coyote encounter. It was about 3 a.m. this morning, 3:30. It was still dark, and it woke both of us up. How was the ice cream, Laura? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we went out for a drive. We ended up getting McFlurries at McDonald's because I was craving a score McFlurry. So that's what we ended up getting, and we will definitely be doing like Dairy Queen and Hewitt's in the coming days because it's still going to be hot, but I had a nice time and Alex had a nice time, and we drove around some country roads, and we saw some goats and horses and sheep and chickens and just all that fun stuff. We had a good time. So thank you for asking. It was good. Good info, Whisper. Style is the regular spin and ply. It is merino wool in a regular spin and ply technique. Huh. Thank you. There's also merino high twist, which is spun tighter. Well, I like it this way. I think it's nice. High twist sounds pretty though. Okay, so 3:30ish a.m. It's dark. We're sleeping, obviously, and we were awoken by the craziest noise. It was like yelping and screaming and barking and howling all together. So there was like there had to have been more than 5 because there were so many different sounds going on. I would say probably between like 6 and 12 animals, and oh my goodness, they were just freaking out. Like they were like, honestly, I believed them. Like they got into the chicken coop and they're very excited. They've just murdered my chickens. I did not hear my chickens make any noise, so I'm like, they snuck up on them and they got in there. Like they were close. They were definitely like in our yard. Like they were like they must have discovered the chickens and were excited about it or something. But oh my god, they were freaking out, just arr, 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 and like howling and yelping. Like it sounded like some of them were hurt. It was freaking out, and our Thunder was upset because they were that close to the house. Like when we hear them howling in the distance, Thunder doesn't do anything. They were so close to the house that Thunder was growling and he woke up. Like he wasn't cool with them being around. I got a flashlight out, I shined it in the backyard, there was nobody in there, and just as quickly as it started, they just stopped and they were gone. And then I was like, I'm not going outside right now in case there's a whole bunch of coyotes, because there are a whole bunch of coyotes. And then this morning, the fence was still up, the coop was intact, the chickens were fine, but oh my goodness, the noise that came out of that pack of coyotes, and they were close, like they were not in the forest, they were close by, and they were having a full, like, bonanza, just freaking out. I love that about the country too, Dina. Me too. I like having all the animals to just be able to drive by. But the wild animals, that's the first time Alex and I were saying like, oh, I'm not like, we haven't even seen any foxes or anything. People keep saying like, don't forget to worry about foxes. We've never seen one here. Oh, we probably only have to worry about the coyotes. And I said to my sister yesterday on the phone, oh, but like, you know, they don't come close to the house ever, so I'm not really that worried. Oh my gosh, though, they came close to the house. Like, I'm sure that if I had gotten up when they were screaming and shined the light, I would have been able to see them, because, like, you know, a distant dog bark yelp sound. It's distinct, and a close-up one is, it's pretty spooky. It's a pretty spooky sound. And they were in a group. So I don't know, maybe they caught something and they were freaking out about it, but holy moly, the coyotes this morning were close and loud and excited, and it was very freaky. And I was like, if I wake up and there is something terrible waiting for me at the chicken coop, I will deal with it then. I'm not going out right now because there's a whole bunch of coyotes right around my home. And then I woke up this morning, the chickens were totally fine. They were not freaking out. And now they're just wandering around the yard being chill. But I am glad we put up that extra fence around the like chicken tractor, which has the coop in it, because maybe if it was just the chicken tractor, they would have investigated more closely, but they didn't damage the fence. They didn't enter. So I'm feeling good about that. Good morning, Dave. But yeah, it was definitely spooky, Lori. It was a spooky sound, and one second. I'm used to coyotes. I'm not. I'm still not. And like I think they're wild and I enjoy the sound um, from far away, but oh my god, up close, it's pretty scary. It's like a pack of angry dogs or a pack of upset dogs. They don't sound like dogs when they're happy. They sound like they're hurt. Like the noises they make are like yelping, like they're hurt. So that feeling you get when you hear your dog like hurt, like when thunder yelps, it causes a reaction in me like, oh no, I have to save him. Imagine that times six and howling and actual barking. It was a little bit unnerving. There's a hill that people walk on because it's hardcore, and you'll more than likely encounter a pack of coyotes or mountain lions. No, thank you. They can just stay where they are. I think they're cool over there. You know, I'm not gonna engage with them. That being said, if somebody like gave me a coyote puppy and was like, "You're the only one who can take care of it, so and you have to keep it," I wouldn't be unhappy. But yeah, they are creepy. Crumbs, that is kind of scary. David was kind of scary. It was like cool scary because I was safe, but scary because I worried about the chickens. I saw your picture, Maddie, of you in the sweater. It looks awesome. And also, sushi. Alex and I literally are so excited for the world to open back up because we are going to go on a sushi date as soon as it opens back up. So you might go for a walk up the hill and end up tumbling down. Oh, right, because it's an intense hill. We hear them every night here. Well, I hear them, I would say a couple of times a week, maybe once or twice a week we hear them, but we hear them kind of far away and they're like howling. Like it's interesting. Like, oh, the coyotes are singing. This was like Alex, they must have been in the yard, right? Or like
I think they're just around the hill. You know how we have that hill and then like a tree forest thing?
you think they were that far away?
Maybe. Kind of sounded that way.
I
could be wrong.
I thought it sounded like they were like
They were close.
I thought they were
They
close.
were close.
They were closer than they've been. So it was too close for me. We have a fox that lives in a few neighborhoods around me. We don't have any raccoons here or foxes. I mean, I'm sure there are raccoons, possums, and foxes, but I've never seen a raccoon here. And like, I'm out at all times of day, so it's not like I'm just not around when they are. But we don't live in the city, and I feel like raccoons have migrated into the city now. Like, why would you stay in the country where you have to find food when you can live in the city and just eat out of the dumpster? I mean, as a raccoon, I mean. Same Scrappy regarding the fox. I meant tumble down, not because it's steep or you're unfit, but the coyotes being around there. I mean, that would definitely scare me, for sure. But mountain lions, like, I feel like a dog that's dog sized, which coyotes are, is only so scary to me. But a cat that is dog sized, I don't think it would make me feel very secure. Like, you know, people are like, just like be big and yell and scare it away. It seems reasonable, but like it's a cat the size of a dog. Like it's a mountain lion. The fact that you have lions like roaming around, like eating cats and dogs. Even though I live in a largely populated area, this is still the country, so we have it all, which is cool. Hold on. Ola threw his frisbee on the only poisonous animal we have here. Not deadly for Ola, but for Millicent, so it's still there. Ooh, what is it? What deadly animal do you have there? And yikes. I'm knitting the purl stitch, just learned the stitch today. Ooh, that's fun, except for not really. I don't like knitting. It's hard and it takes a long time. But I'm glad you're having fun, Maddie. Alex also made a whole big dent in our garden. He got out most of the weeds and he's in the process. Hey Jay, good evening to you. I'm glad that you are stopping by. Let's see what we've got. So I can't stay. That's all right. I'm glad you stopped by. It's nice to have you. And have a good rest of your night too. Dave, I remember being by mountain lions, bobcats, and black bears in Yosemite and rattlesnakes in Grand Canyon. Oh, sorry, Frida says it's a snake. Ooh. Um, Also, Yosemite, not spelled the way it pronounces. Am I right? Yosemite? Yosemite. Um, anyway, I think that every time I see that word, I'm like, why are there words like that? Why don't they just add the letters to make it obvious? Hi, Jenna. Whisper finally sat down and finished the sock yarn dragon. Oh, cool. And oh no, you don't mess with a mountain lion. No, I can't imagine that you would. They're a lion in the mountain. Like, no. It's an adder or viper. Google Translate is vague. Both are the right word, so you're good. But anyway, yeah. So there were coyotes in en masse. Also, I spoke to my older sister, and apparently I didn't tell her about the museum thing, so I got to feel super excited again because I was like, oh, remember I was talking about that museum? Excuse me, the museum business opportunity, and she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I got to explain it again, and she was like, very proud, which makes me feel good because she's like the coolest one in our family. Like, she has the coolest job, and she's like the most mature for her age. Like, she's just like a good adult, and for her to like think what I did is cool is pretty cool. My brother's best friend when he was young got attacked by a mountain lion. It's the most horrific thing ever. Because they're a lion. How are there lions here? I've never seen one in real life except in a zoo. And even there it's like, whoa. Like, I wouldn't even want to interact with a bobcat in the wild. They're not big, but they're not cats. They're something else. Dave, sorry to hear you don't like knitting. It's therapeutic to watch you knit away, I have to say. I'm crocheting. I love crochet. I'm not good at knitting. I love crochet. I am not great at it. I must learn one day. Learn crochet, because knitting is hard. But crochet it's like way faster. You get something done faster. What's the name of the Discord server? It's linked in the description, AJ. There is a link just down below the description of the video, and it says like Last Minute Laura Gang Discord or something like that. I've decided I love knitting. It takes way more concentration. Well, that's good, Lori. I'm glad that you love knitting, and someday I hope to love knitting also. I'm just not there yet. Crochet is where it's at for me right now. Only have to worry about one hook. Oops. Maybe that's why I crochet this way though, because I learned knitting first. Because more than one person has now said the way that I crochet looks like I'm knitting. Because it looks like I have two things. Like, the way I hold the fabric is like as if there was another knitting needle there. So, merp. The name Yosemite is a word in Miwok, probably Miwok, right? Same with Canada and Ottawa and Mississauga, and a lot of places in Canada are named after the indigenous name. I love both. Lori, you know what I started loving, and I never thought I would, and you'll laugh. Jumping spiders. I'm scared of them, but I just watched like this morning like 11 videos on keeping jumping spiders, and I thought you like buy them somewhere like a tarantula. People mostly just catch them around where they live. I didn't realize that. So like Lola, the jumping spider that disappeared, I don't think she died because I never found a body. So I think she escaped. But anyway, Lola, my jumping spider, she was just like, she wasn't a pet, she was just in one of my terrariums to manage the bugs. Now I want to make a terrarium for a jumping spider. Who knew this would ever happen? I don't want a tarantula, still very scared of those, but now I want to keep one of the jumping spiders because I've watched too many videos of them close up and looked at their face and been like, oh, they require literally almost nothing. They're just in your backyard. I know. And now I want one in my home. I want one in a little terrarium. So since I have all of these little terrariums, I have a whole bunch of like vertical ones. I'm going to just plant a beautiful vertical terrarium and put a jumping spider in it and keep a jumping spider as a pet because I have fallen for the jumping spider craze. They're pretty cute up close. And they're weird and they do have personality and like I roll my eyes at myself because I don't even like spiders and I see a jumping spider and I'm like, aw, it's so weird. Why are you in my home? Instead, let me put you in my home on purpose. You scare me when I find you in my home, but there's one that lives around here and I keep seeing her. I don't know if it's a her. I just assume all spiders are girls. That's my decision. And I love jumping spiders. Well, soon I'll show you a terrarium that I'm going to build for, well, not build, I'm just going to redo one of my glass terrariums, one of the vertical ones. Thank you, Scrappy, for the Discord link. There it is, AJ. Also, I saw Nikki and, was it Jenna, couldn't upload images to the Discord, and I don't know why. So I went and checked my permissions on the Discord server to see if I had changed a setting or something, but I didn't see anything that said that I had changed anything. Yeah, I don't want to touch it either, Lori. I just want to look at it. I saw a bunch of videos where people were handling them, and I'm like, I don't know. They move real quick. I'm not a really big fan of things that are like quick moving. But I do like their eyeballs. When that spider around you grows, get her a collar, take her on a walk. Honest to goodness, Dave, the jumping spider that lives in my home is almost big enough. It's probably the size of a baby tarantula. Which area? I went into general settings, Whisper, and I also went into the, like when you click at the top where it shows your name, you can click server settings. I checked both. I'm in now. Welcome, AJ, welcome. And good morning, Kim. Nice to see you this morning. But yeah, I checked both, and I checked permissions, and I checked moderators, and like everything was clicked like it's available. Like you should be able to upload images and links on the Discord. What area had issues? I don't know. I just saw that Nikki said, I want you to draw a picture of my animal, but I can't post a picture. So I'm guessing that it would be in the pet section, but it could be in the general section as well. Loquacious Laura. What does loquacious mean? I like the sound of the word, but I don't have what's the synonym to loquacious? And also, good morning, Sandy. Nice to see you this morning. So I'm gonna get a jumping spider. That's basically what's happening is and by get, I mean I'm going to contain a jumping spider. I already have how many spiders living in my home? Just a wild number, no doubt. There's just a wild number of spiders living in my home for sure because I live in the country and I don't close the door quickly enough so bugs get in, which means the spiders also get in. Could be the size of her file. Possible. That's true. Verbally charming. Ooh, loquacious, verbally charming. I like that. Loquacious. Good word. Like illustrious and delicious. The IOUS. Love those. Anyway. So, I don't know what I'm going to plant in that terrarium, but my terrariums that I've been neglecting, they've just been sealed because I don't pay attention to them except once in a while. They're doing so well. Spiders get in without open doors. Of course they do, because they are terrifying little menace helpers. I mean, I appreciate them just like I appreciate bees, you know? I know that they're good. I want them to do what they do, but I just don't want them to show up on my skin ever without my knowledge. Like, I don't like when bees land on me. I don't like when spiders are on me. Ooh, you know what I found yesterday, and it made me think of you guys. Who was it who was dealing with the worm rain. Oh, where it was like the little worm on a string of silk. I found one yesterday. So, yeah. There was a worm hanging from a string of silk on a tree, and it made me think of you guys, because I was like, yep. Found it. The settings on Draw My Pet has been changed. How can you tell? And also, I will check. Unless you found it as a mod, can you change it? It literally says, I'm not authorized to post in this area. What? Let me check. And also, Dave, do you get insects and bugs in your home most days? Heck yeah, I do. I get insects and bugs in my home most days. Which area is it? Draw My Pet. Okay, now let's check the settings for that. Permissions. What? Hold on. Embed links. Oh, attach files. We want everybody to attach files. There. That's fine. Good. Okay, I changed it. Sorry, I don't know how, I must have changed it at some point. But, ooh, that's awesome, AJ. That looks great. T-shirt, sweater, love it. Anywho, and Maddie, your sweater looks awesome too. Very cozy. Hey, Sid, good morning. Nice to see you this morning. Oh, it was Jenna. Okay, well, Jenna, I had a worm on a string of silk. And also, Dave, yeah, I totally get insects in my house every single day because I don't close the door quickly behind me. Also, I don't wear shoes outside, so I definitely track in insects. And also, I sit in the grass, so I definitely bring in insects. Thunder probably brings in insects. The windows are open, so anything that can fit in between our screen can come in. Pretty much, there's no biting insects in here. Oh, Amber's leaving? Bye, Amber. Not good at multitasking. Writing a pattern, can't concentrate. Sounds good. We'll see you later, Amber. But yeah, nothing biting. Like, there's no mosquitoes in the house, and there's enough daddy long legs to freak anybody out who doesn't like daddy long legs. But for the most part, it's just like, I don't know what it is for the most part. The occasional potato bug. You go barefoot outside? Yes. And I actually have like wounded feet right now. Do you see that on the bottom of my foot? That's a cut from when I was chasing the chickens in the forest. And that is another cut, 2 cuts on my foot on this side, because I don't wear my shoes outside. Because we don't have poisonous things to worry about, and because it's summertime and I have been waiting for my chance to be able to wear no shoes. Daddy long legs are cool. You can have them. I don't need them. Regarding the permissions, maybe check with that new mod set up that all the categories in the rules page. Yes, good idea. Doesn't everyone go barefoot outside? I should hope so. Wow, tough feet. I mean, you build them up. In the spring, you get a bunch of cuts, and then in the summer, they heal and turn into calluses. And by winter, you have, oh girl, no feet. Sorry. Yeah, my feet are nasty anyway, because I don't take care of them like a girl should. I'm not a foot person. If I have an event to go to, I'll go get a pedicure. That's pretty much how I do. But otherwise, I just have, like, country feet. Oh, yeah, totally. I just showed my feet. Now I'm going to be like, there's going to be a whole bunch of unique individuals coming and being like, show me your toes. Yuck. Anyway, Alcie, I only do on sand. And Alcie says, what did Alcie say that I missed? I never wear shoes outside. Good. I have a cut on my foot too. I got stabbed by a router. The work at home thing is dangerous. I got stabbed by, I don't know what. It hurt when it happened on my foot, but I was chasing after the chickens, so I had to get them out of the forest, and I already had no shoes on. I wasn't going to go get shoes and then go chase on the chickens, so I ran through the forest barefoot. It was fun because, you know, reasons. I love barefoot. Me too, Kim. I prefer it. And my grandma is always, hold on, my grandma is always says, where are your shoes at? Yeah, right? Because, you know, shoes are people things. I'm just not a people most of the time. that being said, I definitely should be wearing some support because since I stopped wearing my shoes or I stopped wearing any support in my shoes, yesterday my feet swelled up last night. I ended up putting ice packs on them before bed and I didn't do yoga because my ankles were like, they were like, they weren't swollen like big, but like the lines in my feet, like you know how like your toes have a lot of lines and stuff, they weren't there. So I looked down and I was like, something's up with my feet. And I showed Alex and he was like, did you get bit by something? Your feet are pretty swollen. And I was like, I didn't get bit by anything. I mean, that's possible, but both feet, no. And then I realized because I have no support, because I haven't been wearing my shoes, I'm like flat footed and knock kneed. So instead of my feet having like the arch like this, I've been walking like this. So my tendon um, on the inside of my leg, it's inflamed again. So I just didn't pay attention to the fact I have tendonitis and I don't take care of myself sometimes. And I must have upset that tendon so that the area from my knee to the bottom of my ankle is sore like a bruise, and towards the lower part of my ankle it's sore and hot. So like my skin is warm and it feels hard like a tight muscle. So I had to put ice on it and raise my feet. So yes, I have to put on my ankle supports today just to not have that happen. Exactly, Scrappy. It's no support. It's actually not good for your feet to be barefoot outdoors. Well, yeah, because I'm like just absorbing all the ground into my feet for sure. I always wear shoes or sneakers outside. Oh, what happened to Frida? Dave, I tripped on a cord and dragged the router box down on my foot. Well, Frida, work from home is dangerous. Be careful. I hope you're okay now. But I don't wear, yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't want to wear shoes. So I think I'll just put my ankle supports on. From when I had like really bad tendonitis, it was like the only thing that I could put on my feet. Like my shoes wouldn't go on because they were like very painful because it was like swollen. So this is basically like a lace-up boot. I just have to find it because I haven't had my tendonitis flare up at all in a while. So it's gone somewhere. It's in the house. I just don't know where. But yeah, that happened yesterday, and it was so weird because we were talking about swollen feet like yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday though. And I was like, that never happens to me. I forgot in the context of tendonitis, it absolutely happens to me. It just doesn't happen to me in like water. It's like swollen from being tendon inflamed. So yeah, I inflamed my tendons. Stupid. It was stupid because it was 100% my fault. So that's a bummer, but it's fine. I just have to wear my supports, which I don't want to because I have to wear shoes and blah. Just want to be comfortable out in the dirt. Just get some shoes that you can slip on that do provide a bit of support. You don't want the pain you will have if you continue to do that. And Scrappy, it's true. The pain that comes when I had my first bout of tendonitis, it was after I really damaged my feet at a concert. I lost my shoes at the concert and then my feet got trampled and I never went to a doctor. And I'm pretty sure I either sprained a couple of my, not my toes, but like the this part of your toes, like not the actual toe, but like the part in your foot, it was like crushed and bruised. And I'm pretty sure I either got a fracture or something because my feet were swollen and like bruised. And then I was like, well, no duh, they hurt. They're wounded. And then the bruises healed, but the pain never went away. And then it got so bad that, like, at the point that I actually went to the doctor, Alex was carrying me down the stairs. Like, come on, Laura, just go to a doctor. I'm not even in the States. It's not like I had to worry about paying for it. I just had to go to the doctor. But I waited a long time, and then I had to go on like anti-inflammatory pills. I don't know what they were called, but they were just anti-inflammatories that were like prescription, and I had to go on it for like a month just to get the swelling to stay down. And I had to wear supportive, like lace up. They're like skates without the blade. It's like a lace up boot. Like a corset that you have to like girdle your foot into in order to give it the support it needs. But yeah, it was really painful, and it's painful now, but it's not like it's not like how bad it can be. So you're right, Scrappy. I definitely should treat it seriously because I know that it can really damage my quality of life if I don't take care of it. Crocs are quick and easy to wear outside, and then you can wash them easily. That's true. Do they have support in them though? I wear my mom's Crocs when I go to the farm just to walk around in the dirt. I just love the feeling of grass and dirt on my toes. I wish there was some kind of like foot support shoe that only had like an arch, like just an arch and a heel with shoe bottom, but then like exposed toes or something. Like not sandals, like specifically like a supportive shoe. Um, and my husband is paying a huge price now. He'll be getting a cadaver tendon and be out of work for 6 months. Also, cadaver tendon, the word stresses me out. I know that they take that, like that's why you sign the donation card, is because you want somebody else to be able to walk and see and have their heart beat and whatever if you perish early. But the word cadaver, like I wish it was just there was another word that, I mean, I know cadaver is better than like dead body, but I mean, still gives me the heebie-jeebies. But that's literally that person signed over the rights to their body on purpose. They wanted to be able to help people with their body. So I mean, like I know it's all like medical and like, but the word cadaver just sounds like it's in a drawer somewhere with stainless steel everywhere. It probably is, but I mean, gives me the, do they harvest it when needed, or do they have a whole body in a freezer, or do they harvest all the parts like animals when they process them, and do they have like a freezer drawer full of tendons? These are things I wonder. Birkenstocks are better. Ooh, okay. Frida, I find that more endearing than anything. Things usually happen to nice people. It's true. People who are accident prone are usually funny people, I find, or at least all the accident prone people. You know why? Because when you get hurt and you're not really hurt and people see you consistently get mildly hurt and go like, ah, you have to be able to be like, it's fine, I didn't break anything this time. So it ends up being funny. I keep telling him he's gonna have dead man's foot. Ugh, totally. Birkenstocks, some type of Birkenstock type footbed. Yeah, they do. I love my Crocs for work. I noticed that a lot of people in like medical offices, whenever I go to like a medical office doctor type thing, often either the doctor or the receptionist is wearing Crocs. So, I mean, they're obviously good because doctors and medical professionals are wearing them. So, they must have some kind of good stuff. You could try making your own by deconstructing a pair of something with good support. That's a good idea, actually, Sid. Totally. Just reinvent, because like, you know how they have those like people who like to run in bare feet? There's those shoes that are like, they just feel like nothing. Like that, except for with arch support and exposed toes. Heebie-jeebies, I love that expression. The heebie-jeebies. Isn't that a common expression? I use it way too often. But I like it too, the heebie-jeebies. Because it gives you the vibe. You know what I mean when I say like, ugh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, ugh. Amen, Frida, amen. I'm sorry, I will never own a pair of Crocs. Fashion statement. Yeah, well, you guys are fashionable. That being said, Scrappy, you're looking for some fashionable accessories right now. As you mentioned, a visor. Scrappy is on the hunt for a visor. And visors are a fashion statement, so there. Frida, I just took my Birks out for summertime. I've never had a pair of Birkenstocks. That's maybe a good idea. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm following up. 4 pairs of Birkenstock. Okay, well, they must be good. Laura, you should crochet a pattern for a tank top dress. I need one. I agree. I also need more tank top things. I can do that. I can crochet a pattern. I mean, I can make a pattern for a crochet tank top dress. You got it, Lori. Um, I just have to time manage today better. Today needs to be a better time management day. It's just I keep finding things to do that take up my time that shouldn't because they're not urgent. I need to get groceries today. I do know that. We're like literally out of food. And by literally, I mean figuratively. We're not literally out of food. We're just low on food. I now haven't gone to a grocery store in a month though. It's been a month since I've gone. My little sister went. It's been more than 2 weeks now, hasn't it? Since I got groceries from her. She brought me groceries and I didn't go for 2.5 weeks before that. So yeah, it's been like a month since I've gone to the grocery store. And I don't know which one I'm going to go to. I know I have to pick up a lot of things. Like, we're low on almost everything. Except tea. Candace, love you. I'm stocked for tea for probably a couple of months. We're good. And Nutella. Again, Candace, thank you. I'm good for Nutella for several more weeks. But I need oatmeal, granola bars, granola, coconut almond milk, cashew milk, oat milk. I don't like having all of the same one. We have to do a pharmacy run. Oh, I have to do a pharmacy run today. I ran out of my antidepressants 2 days ago. I know that's irresponsible. Don't come for me. You're supposed to keep taking them. You can't just cut cold turkey or else you can go into like a nosedive. So far, the sun is keeping me above water, and so is my creative inspiration, like yarn and crochet and just general inspiring stuff is keeping me upbeat. But I know the next rainy day when I'm feeling down, it would feel way worse. So yeah, I need to call the pharmacy and renew my prescription for my antidepressants so that I don't get depressed. Laura, not good. I know, Frida, I know. That's why as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm about to say this and it's gonna be, I know it's irresponsible. I know. That's the stupid thing. But anyway, I do have to go to the grocery store, so I will go to the pharmacy and pick up my prescription. Although my prescription has run out, so the pharmacy, I think I'll call my family doctor and just have her fax over rather than asking the pharmacy to do it because they like take forever. You have to keep the chemical balance. I know that. And the chemical balance is currently not kept. I still am on, all of my other prescriptions are up. They're fine, they're good. I have my ADD stuff, I have my anti-anxiety, or like I don't know what, there's 3 different ones. One is for ADD and then 2 are for like anxiety, depression. The just antidepressant, that's the one that's gone. So yes, I will wear a baseball cap and my prescription sunglasses for what I missed. Hold on. When I was little, a family friend said totally when barefoot, and I thought it was because she was barefoot. Totally. Ha. That visor in Discord reminds me when I was about 5 years old. It reminds me of the little old Chinese ladies in Chinatown in Toronto. They're like 4 years ahead of the fashion, I'm telling you. They've been wearing visors for years already. And no, girl, I'm looking for a visor that's more on the chic side. Like, you want to look for one that's like in, what's that place near New York where the rich people are? Connecticut? Is that it? No, that's not right. You know, where the rich people are and they all wear white all the time. Or at least in my brain they do. Like they go golfing, that kind of a visor. Hi, Catherine, nice to see you from Malta. And Scrappy, Frida, I know. I'll just wear a baseball cap and my prescription sunglasses. For sunshine? Sid, last night was so stressful. I have a bad brain fog. It's making copying patterns and exercise and distraction. I'm sorry, Sid. I hate that brain fog. That's pretty much the biggest manifestation for my depression is total brain fog. Oh, I see. Baseball hat and sunglasses instead of a visor. Okay, I was just gonna say that, dude. That's irresponsible. At least you see that. No, I know it's irresponsible, and I know I should have called before the prescription ran out. I'm aware. But just be sure to remember that if your mood takes a dip, don't tear yourself down. Be kind to yourself. the Hamptons. Thank you, Scrappy. Anyway, yes, I am going to go today. I'm aware that there's a possibility that it may take a little dip, hoping not, going to keep myself active and drinking water and doing things that I love to bridge that gap. But yes, I'm aware it's irresponsible, and I just tell you guys everything, so that happened. But I'll be back to normal. I'm still feeling fine. I just will be back to properly maintaining my chemical balance in the coming day. Sid, good point. Hold on, just be sure to remember. Yes, and Dave, Connecticut is a state. Man, I don't know anything about the states. I mean, I know that I judge the states for specific things, but I don't know, like, location things. But the really cute chic ones are a crack up to go walking in. Yeah, totally, because they look like you should be in, like, the backyard by a gigantic pool. Dave, yes, be kind to yourself. Thank you, and I will. I will make an effort not to come down on myself if I come down myself. Whisper, I've had severe sunstroke as a teen, and I can't handle bright light or to be in the sun uncovered for a long time. That's scary. I've only had sunstroke, like, that I know of once, and I slept for like 30 hours and woke up having no idea what happened. I know that I, like, didn't feel well, went to bed, and woke up like a day and a half later with a terrible sunburn, a bad headache, and nobody was there. I was in the Dominican on a trip to build houses. Like, now I roll my eyes at it because it's like it's for me to feel, it was for, like, us to feel good. It definitely didn't make a house building impact on the people there. The money would have been better, the money that we spent to go, but whatever. It was a good trip for my soul, but I just don't know that it was the best option for the actual community. That being said, that was the only time I remember having sunstroke. I love your dress, by the way, but it being floral might attract insects or bees. Yep, that was a problem I dealt with yesterday. The pink dress I was wearing yesterday, covered in floral designs, I was very much attracting bees, and I didn't recognize why until I was like, oh, I'm wearing flowers. But thank you, I like this one too. I made it for our trip to Portugal. My sister and I went to Portugal, and I needed a cute little summer dress, and so I made this one. With a machine, not by hand sewing, but still. The only thing that I would change if I made it again, which I'm currently in the process of doing, is making this pattern again, is this top. It looks really pretty when I have good posture, but I don't always have good posture, and right here, it's like just the size of my arm, and like this, I hate this. Well, I don't hate it, this isn't cute to me. I bet you in a few years though it will be, because as the fat moves around my body, I miss it. Like, I miss having bigger cheeks. Now there's like all this skin here that used to be like full. So I bet you if someday I'll look at this and I'll be like, oh, I used to be full. But anyway, it's a little bit, it's not tight, it's just not stretchy, so it's a little restrictive for, like, movement here. But yeah, Scrappy, sunstroke is so scary. I wasn't scared because I didn't know what was happening. I just know that I felt terrible, like I was sick. I had symptoms of a stomach upset, and then I went to bed and woke up 30 hours later feeling like garbage. But I was also a teenager. I feel like when you're a teenager, things can, or at least for me, I bounced back from things really quickly. You look in good shape to me. Thanks, Dave. But regardless of my shape, my posture and my general fat distribution can make me self-conscious. I was awake but unaware 48 hours later, didn't regain my awareness. For another 3 weeks I was in a hospital bed. Oh my god. Okay, mine wasn't like that. Mine was like a 2-day endeavor. No, to watch it happen and the fact that people pass out. No, I hate watching people pass out. That's terrifying. I've seen Alex pass out like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now, and every single time I'm like, he's dying. This is what's happening. This is death. Because you can't tell when someone loses consciousness while you're looking at them, like in the eyes. It's scary. Like watching someone's eyes stop being aware, very scary. Not a fun feeling. Especially when that person is like 100 pounds bigger than you, so they're about to fall, and you gotta direct the fall so that you don't get crushed and they don't get really hurt. Very scary. I've only seen 2 people have it. One when I was a kid and one a few years ago, an elderly lady, and the poor thing just fell over and hit her head on the sidewalk. Yeah, see, when Alex had his last faint, I was like directing the direction, and I was like, there's concrete everywhere, what do I do? Luckily, he fell in kind of a slump sort of a way, as opposed to like a full-on crash. So, still terrifying. I only know what I've done because my best friend's dad saw me. Jeez. That's terrifying, though. Aw, thank you. Aw, thanks, Dave. I did follow a pattern. It's not like I invented the pattern for this. This is a McCall's dress pattern, I believe. And I've made it several times now because I really like it. I like how it fits me. I like how it flares out at my hips. I don't like having to suck my tummy in. It's not like one of my favorite things to do. And when dresses are like, you know, like bodycon dresses, I don't have the confidence to just let my tummy hang when I'm wearing like a tight dress. Whereas these ones, they get loose right at like this is my tummy. My belly button's right here. So like this is that like whole uterus tummy zone. And you guys can't even see, but I'm like fully like distended. So that's nice. I appreciate that. I can eat in these dresses, which is important because why would you wear something you can't eat in? Because the media. Oh, oops, that's in the wrong space. Oh, he was already calling my mom and she saw me come in and drop. That's scary. It must have been scary for her too. And for him, like, something's happening. I have to go tell Ola before I faint so he can attempt to catch me. I tend to walk away and faint. That's not good. That's not a good way to faint, walking away and fainting. I don't think Alex knows when he's gonna. So that's not useful. Although it's only happened when he went on that medication that he was on, which it was a side effect because you're not supposed to go out in the sun, and we were out in the sun. I can only have blue tone sunglasses. I have blue tone sunglasses. I don't know that I like them because it makes everything look cool toned, but I do have blue toned ones. And anyway, it was a side effect of a medication, so that was the last time. And then also anytime there's blood, so. Perfect dress from neck to shoulder to skirt hem. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I do like the neck. I prefer a high neck on a dress because then I can bend and do whatever I want without worrying about showing anything, which is good. Plus, I find that high neck is like flattering on everybody. Plus, I have like no cleavage, so high neck is like distracting of that. I know, so I'm not in the, so if I'm not in a panic, I try to sit down instead. That's smart. That's a good way to do it. To sit down with the weight of your top half in a direction that is soft. Because if you're just sitting and then you fall forward onto like a hard floor, not great either. And hold on. Nope, I'm caught up. Anyway, I'm still working on this triangle shawl, you guys, which has been a while. I need to film the outro today for the avocado yarn, which is great because then I get to edit it and upload it, and then you guys can see me dye the yarn. We're getting somewhere with that end though. See? It's weird that this looks like it's like not a straight line. It's just because of the tension, but this is a This is a straight line this way. It looks like it's curved, but it's not. It can be awkward sometimes with all the breakfast on. Yeah, it can definitely, I can imagine. But at the same time, behave yourself. It's not girls' jobs to monitor that. I know that this is not that conversation. I'm just, you know, the whole thing where it's like, it's a girl's responsibility. I disagree. I just prefer this neckline. I like how it looks, but also, if I had like really nice giant breakfast, maybe I would display it more. No, I fainted on concrete twice. Ouch. You could see the path of my fall by the bruises, knees, chin, tooth. Oh, mouth. Ugh, anything with a mouth in a wound. I don't like that. Ugh, hard falls. When you see a kid like fall on their chin, I don't see adults fall on their chin as often, but like, you know, when a kid is like in a park and you're walking by and they slam down so hard. Little guys. Ugh. Jeez Louise. Anyway, now I'm thinking of that. That's terrible. Frida, that's awful. That must have been awful. I have bruises all over my legs, but that's just because I'm like a little bit spastic. I'm a little bit accident prone, and I also don't pay attention to like where I'm walking, so I usually have scrapes and bruises everywhere. But also it's because like I don't care. Like if I have a bruise on my shin, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I'm not flawless. I'm just like, if I need to get on my hands and knees to pull a weed out of the ground, I'm gonna do it, even if it's gonna scuff my knee, you know what I mean? Anyway, I always wore a blouse underneath in a corset in a costume because I got tired of snapping my fingers and be like, my eyes are a foot higher. Yeah, I can imagine. Especially in a corset, that would enhance, that would heighten the visual. I don't know the next word of that sentence. It would heighten the visual. I haven't worn a corset in a very long time. I feel like when I used to, I loved it. There was like that period in the early 90s, or in the early 2000s, sorry, when corsets came back in and you could like wear a t-shirt underneath and then a corset. Or you'd just wear a corset out with a pair of jeans like it was an outfit. And I used to do that. My poor parents, seeing me leave the house in like a corset and a pair of what are they called? Cargo pants. A corset and cargo pants. Ugh. First of all, where are the photos of these times for me? Obviously there weren't photos taken, but I wish there were, because some of these outfits, you guys, the outfits my parents let me leave the house in, they were probably like, nothing's gonna happen, you look crazy. Like cargo pants with a million pockets that are 2 sizes too big, with a belt that I made out of like yarn, fabric, whatever, holding them up, and then like a red and black corset as a top. And then, oh god, just why do 11 and 12-year-old girls today look so cool and pretty? And I looked literally like just a wild, I looked like a child. 11-year-olds today don't look like children, you know? Whisper. The amount of times I saw a camera pointed at me and then the lens dropped down before they snapped the... Gross. Rude. People are gross. I have a medical corset to keep my back straight, but it's not pretty. You should just add some lace to the outside. I made a salve for a coworker yesterday. So nice to finally use all the herbal oils I made in the fall. That's awesome, Sid. I haven't done any good canning or preserving. Last year I just like played with all the fresh ingredients. This year I have the plan to do some preserving. I was always that kid who clumsily walked into the head teacher at school. Yeah, I was just always walking into coffee tables. It's like coffee tables. but they should look like children. It's sad that they grow up too fast. Yeah, they should look like children. Literally, like, I don't understand. It's such a dramatic shift, 12-year-old Laura from 12-year-old now, or 14-year-old Laura from 14-year-old now. Like, it's not the same world. They can do makeup. They like know how to do a smoky eye. It stresses me out a little bit because like you look at like a 15-year-old and you're like, I can't tell if she's 19 or 15 or 20, which is scary. Oh, have to go. Bye, Maddie. Have a good rest of your day or night, I guess. Have a good night. Dave, I don't know how their parents let them out so dolled up, and sometimes, yeah, they need to be girls as long as possible. They have years of being able to be grown up. It's true, but at the same time, when you're a kid, you want to be grown up, right? And then when you're grown up, you're like, oh, I wish I had just been a kid and played in the dirt longer. I mean, I don't have to worry about that because I still play in the dirt, but, you know, always got the stupid remarks. Can you breathe? Like, duh, do you not think I laced this myself so tight that I couldn't breathe? I mean, you could. But yes, obviously. And also, where it's holding you tight is not. Your lungs can move even if your rib cage can't. You know what I mean? You know, like the eggs, Frida? Eggs on display. Like Nicki Minaj said. My ego whites. When she's referring to her, you know. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know how. It would be scary to be a parent. That's basically it. If I had like a 13-year-old leaving the house looking like she's 21, it'd be like, oh, I don't know what to do. How do I make sure that you look 13? How do I teach you to cover yourself in mud and play with frogs? Although I'm sure I won't have that problem because I will be covered in mud helping my daughters catch frogs, so that should help. But I don't know. I think it's because they have like YouTube, honestly. Because like I think of like how did I learn to put makeup on? By staring in the mirror, by seeing my mom, and by seeing my sister. Like, I suppose. I suppose you're right. Scrappy. I think there was the possibility of the YouTube algorithm not appreciating accurate anatomy terms. You know what's funny? Yesterday, the afternoon live stream got demonetized and didn't get remonetized. It stayed demonetized. So I think the conversation about teenage behavior was too risky for them. Too risque, I should say. So I got away with everything. Well, like I learned makeup, like I said, from my sister, and when I started doing makeup, there were no brushes. It was like you used your fingers or you used the little sponge applicator thing that came in the eyeshadow, and it was like brown. What did you put on your eye? Brown or purple. There was none of this like blending out your crease. There was no eyebrows when I was starting to do my makeup. There was nothing except for like terrible eyeshadow, lots of eyeliner, and mascara. Like, now there's so much more accessibility to knowledge about how to apply makeup, I think. And there's so many more examples of people wearing makeup in your age group, whereas like the only other people who I saw wearing makeup were in my school. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't YouTube in the way it is now, that there's so many people teaching you how to do it, you know? So yeah, my makeup was crazy. My black eyeliner that went all the way around my eyes, no blending, just a black eyeliner. Very weird. What happened to Marco? Hold on, Marco on the phone. He just passed another exam. That's awesome. Congratulations, Marco. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, but kids need to stay kids as long as they can, because as soon as they're not kids anymore, they're like, oh, I wish I stayed kids. Wishy older, I guess. Fair, yeah. Oh, my sister was always worse than me. My sisters and I were all equally not out there. We were maybe a little weird, but like we were very I don't know, we were all like good girls. Ew. That's such a weird term because that's like saying there are bad girls, which is not the case. It's just that we were, I don't know, we were very like always PG 13 at the most, you know. We were not very adventurous young teens. We just sort of stayed under the radar. My older sister was like, every teacher loved her and that sort of thing. And then they loved me because they were like, oh, you're her sister? You must be just like her. Little did they know. Siblings, not twins, not the same person. So, although I did get good grades, always, I was very distracted and very distracting. Literally every report card ever. Laura's very distracted, and she has a hard time keeping her peers from getting distracted. Or she has a hard time not distracting her peers. They always tried to spin it in a nice way, but really they were like, tell her to shut up, is what they wanted to say. Can't do it. You can't silence this person. I'm just far too, I was going to say enigmatic, but that's not the right one. Enigma is the one where you can't tell what they're like. What's the word I'm thinking of? Eclectic? No, that's not a personality like loud. I'm loud and I'm obnoxious. Obnoxious is probably the right term. I'm obnoxious. But I manage it better now. I know how to momentarily be quiet when I'm in a conversation with people, so that's good, right? But yeah. Oh, childhood. I just extend it to now. I'm making up for lost time by playing in dirt now. Although I do need to wear my supports because, ow, my feet and ankles last night were not happy with me. 6 years older. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she had lots of time to worry your parents with her behavior before you came along. Gosh, I can't even imagine how scary it would be for me to have a teenage daughter. Just because I know how stressful it is. Or I remember how stressful it was. And you can't help. Like, it's just like you just have to suffer through that. Sorry. You gotta do your best. And your best is good enough. Oh my god, that's something that I want to be like, make clear to my kids. Whatever your best is the best. Like, it's the best you can do. Like, you don't have to get what the best is, just your best, you know? We always strived for the best, and it made it feel like if you didn't get a perfect score on something, then you didn't do well, but that's not true. Oh, Alex got 94 on his French test, so he did well, which is awesome. Very happy about that. When I asked him, I was like, how did it go? And he was like, it was okay. And then I was like, what'd you get? And he said, 94. I was like, what do you mean it was okay? 94 is excellent. My sister was a slightly wild one, and I just wanted to stay home, read, and later internet. So if I did anything risky, it was mild in comparison. Only one of my daughters was emotional. One was always happy and positive. Well, that's nice. Good for her. I hope that lasts for her whole adulthood too. I feel like I was heavily emotional always. Like, I felt so many things. I mean, to be fair though, that really hasn't changed. I am a big feeler. I'm a big emotional. I'm just a ball of energetic emotion. And sometimes that energetic emotion is positive, sometimes it's negative. Scrappy, I'm gonna head out. I shall see you Fiverr people later or on Discord. Sounds good, Scrappy. Have a good rest of your day. And congrats, Alex. Thank you! I will tell him. And thanks, Lori. And thanks, Frida. yeah, so I don't know. Still emotional. Just an emotional person. Yes, she still is. So when she cries, it kills me. Oh, because it's just not normal. Like, you know, if there's something it's something really wrong if she's crying. For me, it's kind of like if I'm crying, it's Wednesday. Like, it's just like any day it can happen. I mean, overall, I think I'm pretty positive, but I am an emotional person. So if I cry, I cry. I've kind of come to terms with it. I have a lot of emotions, and that's okay. And Alex doesn't, which is hard for me because I assume everybody feels as much as I do. When like I have a hard time empathizing with people who feel it less. Does that make sense? Like, oh gosh, okay, everybody hold on. Frida's moving us to the sewing room. Sounds good, Frida. Um, but yeah, like when I ask him, like, what do you think? Is that, like, how does that make you feel? And he'll be like, it's fine. Well, what do you mean? Do you love having chickens? Do you hate having chickens? Are you mad that I got them? Are you happy I got them? Do you want to get more? Do you like? And he's like, I don't really have an opinion. They're just chickens. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a strong emotional opinion? I have a strong emotional opinion about everything. So yeah, I have a hard time empathizing with people who have fewer emotions than me or fewer distinctions between emotions. You know, like when Alex and I talk, I have like so many ways to describe feeling unhappy or feeling happy, whereas he just has unhappy and happy. Like it's either a good emotion or a bad emotion, whereas mine it can be like complicated. There's a lot more complex um, like little bits in my emotional states. So I don't know. That's just me. But he's a unique guy. So it's fine. I just have to get used to it over the course of our lifetime. I'm sure it'll be something I can handle. I mean, so far so good. I'm singing this song by Clean Bandit in my head. And it's called Symphony, and it's with Zara Larsson and Clean Bandit, and it's just playing in my head. Which is funny because the song is about having a song, well, like having a person, but they're putting it in the context of a song playing in your head. So that makes me laugh. But also, just so you know, I'm singing a song while we talk in my head. Or I guess Zara Larsson singing it. I don't know whose voice it is. Zara Larsson. Yeah, it's not me. Do you ever have that when like you have to like check? Am I hearing the person singing or is it my voice singing in my head the song? Or are we both singing? Is it like there's a radio playing and I'm singing? Sometimes I think of how I'm thinking. Like how Alex thinks of his body like an alien, I do the opposite and try and like understand how my brain and feelings are. Like, where are they stored, you guys? How do you extract memories? What is going on with our brains? They're so crazy. It's already getting hot in here. Bye. Another day where it's going up to 29 degrees Celsius. But I'm cool with it, again, because it's not winter anymore. Okay, what do we think? Are there going to be eggs today? Or do you think it's a skip day? I have a feeling that they're going to start laying every day-ish. Yesterday, both chickens laid an egg, which is great. So I wonder if both chickens are going to lay an egg today. I'm hopeful, but I have a feeling we'll get one at least. A feeling that I've just, like, made up. It's not, like, based in any science. I just feel like today's the day. We're going to have regular egg production now. They are set. They have a safe space. They've got a coop. They've got a chicken run. They've got a shed they can hang out in. I think today's the day that the chickens are comfortable in their new home and they're gonna start laying every day. And then I'm gonna be a chicken farmer. I have to go change their water again after this. I think that I need to do like multiple water changes on hot days. I think that's how I'm gonna keep them cool for now. And then once it's June and the watermelons start coming into season, I've heard that putting watermelon out for them is a really good way to keep them cool because they like to eat watermelon. I think I'm gonna go now, you guys. I'm hot, I have to pee, I have to eat, and I have to go check on my chickens. So I'm gonna go do that. This is how far I got on my shawl while we were hanging out. Still coming along, but now you can see it's like lighter at the edges. There's like less to worry, less weight to it. Oh, jeez Louise, Laura. I'm not even tired. I had a great sleep. All right, Frida, I love sewing rooms. Me too. It's beautiful, Frida. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I will see you in the afternoon, 4 p.m. I am going to make sure that I am cool for this afternoon. Like I'm gonna like take a cold shower before the stream or something so that I can like hold it together when it's boiling hot in here. But I'll see you later. Have a good rest of your day. Drink water. For sure, drink water today. And be nice to the people you're quarantined with because you're probably still gonna be with them for a while. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I'll see you later. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment if you want to, and I will respond to it because that is what I am doing now. Pretty much right after this, after I go pee and make more tea. Okay, love you, bye!